morning, welcome to this week's Creative Home Dining How-To video. This is our quick video just to take you through today's menu and to give you some instructions on finishing your meals at home. So first things first, put your oven on to 180 degrees, pour yourself something nice to drink and we'll look at the menu. So to start today, we have a whipped rosemary ricotta salad with radicchio orange and a wild garlic oil. Then to follow, we have a slow-cooked beef brisket with beer and maple glaze. That's served with wilted spring vegetables, dauphinoise potatoes and beetroot puree. And for our vegetarians, we have king oyster mushrooms with wild mushrooms, artichokes, goat's cheese and the beetroot puree. And then for dessert, a chocolate and almond tort with hot chocolate fudge sauce, fresh raspberries and some meringue. So our starter today, we have some rosemary whipped ricotta, fresh little orange vinaigrette, some radicchio and some leaves, a wild garlic oil and some crispy thyme croutons. So we start with a portion of our ricotta in the centre of the plate and we just spread it out a little bit. And we're going to scatter over our radicchio salad. And these are little pieces of orange with a vinaigrette on the top. Some of our sourdough crispy thyme croutons. And just finish with some green garnish. And finally, a drizzle of our wild garlic oil. And there you have it. Before you sit down for your starters, we're going to take our main course, our beef and the dauphinoise potatoes, and pop those into the oven. They're going to need about 20 to 25 minutes to warm through. And then if you're having the vegetarian option, it's going to want about 15 minutes just to warm through. To go with your mains today, we have a rich beef and beer jus and a balsamic and mushroom jus. Those are going to want about 30 seconds in the microwave. Then we have our wilted spring greens. Those are going to want another 30 seconds in the microwave. And here we have our beetroot puree in a piping bag. We're just going to pop it straight into a cup of warm water, or freshly boiled water, and just occasionally just give it a little squeeze. And it's going to want about 5 minutes just to sit there and warm through. So on our main course today, we have, if you're having the vegetarian option, our king oyster mushrooms with artichokes, wild mushrooms, goat's cheese and jus. And then we have our beef brisket. Those are both served with wilted greens and a beetroot puree. So we start with a little pile of our greens in the centre of each plate. And our mushroom, just going to layer up our wild mushrooms, artichokes, and another oyster mushroom. And our piece of beef. And our beef, we just put a little over the top of our sauce, and the rest we can take down to the table. Then we have our beetroot puree. I'm just going to take the very tip off the bag and then do some little dots onto the plate. Now we have pieces of our goat's cheese. Here we have some crispy onions, just going to put on the top. Some fresh chives and horseradish. And the same on top of our mushroom. And we have some little parsnip crisps. And finally some bits of green. And our veggie sauce we can take straight to the table and just drizzle around as we serve it. And there we have it. So our dessert today, we have a chocolate and almond tort, little chocolate meringue with cacao nibs, some fresh creme fraiche, fresh raspberries, and then a hot chocolate fudge sauce. This is going to go on about 20 seconds in the microwave, 15-20 seconds, give it to stir, and we'll be ready to go. So let's have some fun with our sauce. I'm just gonna splatter it, make a mess onto the plate. We can take the rest to the table. Nice portion of our cream. And fresh raspberries. And finally we use the meringue to stick it upright through the cream. And there we have it. Thank you again for buying your meal from me today. I hope you have an amazing evening and I look forward to cooking for you again soon.